Well, okay. You know, when I go out on dates with people, they seem to go okay, which leads me to think either I don't talk about myself that much. Well, I think I do. Or I talk about myself as much as you think I do, but I make it so engaging and entertaining. What is the reality here?
Hi, and welcome to Rise to Meet You with Evelyn and Nigel, your comedy podcast about Asian culture.
Well, how did you mess that up?
I'm so tired, Nigel.
You're always tired when you come to podcast. You never enter the door with a smile. You know?
Don't I?
No, you enter with the most sour face, and I'm like, fine, she'll turn on for the podcast.
It's just my face. It's not.
But yeah, it's like. You know, have you ever had a day job?
Yes.
Yeah, when you go in, you're like, hi, good morning, you know, where's that? Where's the nice pleasantries when you meet your coworkers?
I have a resting sad face. I don't have resting bitch face. I have the resting sad face.
You gotta change that.
Very tired. But I was up all night watching the election results.
Why? Biden won.
I know, and I watched his speech. His and Kamala Harris's speech, and it was wonderful, and it was like so moving and just interesting and great, and you know,
it's gonna be on
history.
YouTube the next day.
Well, I wanted to watch it live. I've been following it for like the whole week. It's been my Super Bowl. It was so exciting. I loved it. Just listening to Pod Save America, following CNN. I think I have a crush on John King now. Like it's amazing. Okay. And it was the climax of just following this for a week. And so so I'm a bit tired today.
Yeah.
And it is true. Like there is a difference now because literally before the cameras turned on, I was like, and then I'm.
Yeah, keep that. But you still messed up the first line. The very first line people hear when they tune into our podcast. And it's Evelyn fucking it up.
But that's kind of my thing. My thing is fucking up the intro.
Yeah, okay, fine. Well, I'm glad you turned on for the pod. Yeah, listeners back home, when you hear Evelyn on the pod, this is her best self. She's never like this.
It's not true.
You're never like this. I've hung out with you outside of the pod.
Yeah, I'm not like this with you.
You're never like this.
I'm not like this with you.
Why not?
Because because Nigel's Nigel.
I'm the same on and off the pod. And then you have you have the split personality. Why? Let's be the same.
You take a lot of energy, Nigel.
Why? No.
Nigel takes a lot of
energy. You just shut up and let me go. That's
why I don't say anything. And you're asking, why are you like that? Why don't you say anything? Blah, blah, blah. Because I have to give you so much space. Because that's what every woman has to do when they're with you.
What every woman?
Oh yeah, you're right. Every person that ever meets you has to give this guy so much space. Because you need it to perform.
Because I bring it.
Nigel.
I bring the shit that needs space.
Nigel, bringing it to a normal everyday social interaction is not bringing it. You're not performing when you're just having a conversation. If you're bringing it to a conversation, you're doing a stand-up show. You need to tone it down. If anything, okay, I can bring it a bit more, but you need to tone it down. Oh my God. Because we, yesterday, we were having dinner and it was so funny because it was it basically turned into our podcast almost. If I let myself go every time we just have a conversation outside of the podcast, it would be like the podcast. And you can't do that in public.
Why? We're comedians. We should always be true to ourselves and express what we think.
Oh my God.
Capital T, truth, people. But I bring it because I want to entertain our guests, our dinner guests.
Can't you just be entertaining in conversation? Just talk like a normal person.
Normal people are boring. I don't know if you noticed this.
What do you mean boring?
Normal people are so boring. Have you talked to a normal person It is all
my
like how their
God.
commute's going, you know, they're going to buy a house soon. Their new insurance policy gives them a free Fitbit and they get points when they run a certain number of steps. That's normal conversation.
That's that normal conversation. Like yesterday, we had dinner with one of your friends, and she was lovely, and she had like she had an interesting education. She's a theologist, but she doesn't work as it. And then we got into that, and like, oh, how did you get into that?
Yeah.
Why don't you do that? Blah blah blah.
That was
and
a
blah,
good
blah.
conversation.
It was so interesting. Me and her, we talked for like 10 minutes, and Nigel, you were quiet the whole time.
I was listening.
You were
I was
quiet the
That's
whole
what
time.
that's what being a good guest entails too. You have to listen.
He sat like this.
No, I was listening.
And then she turned to you and she was like, yeah, so the conversation hasn't been about you for 10 minutes. So is that why you're quiet? And I was like, exactly.
No,
exactly.
I was listening.
I feel like every time I meet like one of your friends or a person who's known you, and then they meet me, it's always like there's the relief in their eyes because they've heard the podcast and they're like, oh my God, you actually talk back to him? You can actually handle him? Like, I feel like there's like a camaraderie, like we've gone through war or something.
I'm not that bad, man.
Like we've gone through war and you are like Saddam or something. They're like, oh my God, you know how it feels.
Why do you compare me to Saddam?
Because I think he probably didn't listen to people either.
I listened. That's why I was quiet for 10 minutes because you guys are having a very good conversation. I was just listening and learning.
Well, you could engage in the conversation.
But you were engaging, so I letting you engage.
Like a conversation, like we're 3 people. You could have joined in.
I would have if you went quiet.
Oh, come on, Nigel. I don't think you need people to go quiet to come into a conversation.
Everything she said, I've known before because she's my friend. So I know everything she's about to say. So I was like, we'll let Evelyn learn about this new person. You know? So that's my rationale. Yum Asia is back, people, for another sponsored episode of Rise to Meet You. Our favorite sponsors.
I mean, our only sponsor.
We have other sponsors, not just them. We're not a
But
monogamous
they're the-
sponsored podcast. We're a fuckboy sponsored podcast, you know?
They're the only ones who come back. Yum Asia's our wife, and then we have like side pieces that never come back.
We cheat on Yum Asia every now and then for the hot new young thing, but Yum Asia's the dependable woman who we keep coming back to.
Oh my
After
God,
we
I'm
have
so
our
sorry,
fun
Yum Asia.
and our little flings and affairs, we can always come back to Yum Asia.
Nigel, do you know what
What?
I heard?
What?
I've heard this new expression from it's Korean. It's muscle. Maybe I'm saying
I
it
saw
wrong.
it on your Instagram. Let's save that for the new episode. Why are you
Okay.
doing this in the plug?
Because I thought it was funny with the like Yum Asia as our dependable thing and okay, whatever.
No,
Okay.
we'll do it as a proper thing in the episode.
Segment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we don't want to plug them for like 15 minutes. Our plugs for Yum Asia, sometimes it goes on for like 15, 20 minutes. They become part of the episode.
I know.
They're getting such a good deal. You know?
They really are getting a great deal.
Yeah, and then we shit on them a bit, but like we still have them sell all the rice, man. Turns out their rice bags. Remember that one time we did a giveaway for Yum Asia when you follow their Facebook page and message them? They said the 30 bags of rice just flew out the window in like half an hour.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Asians love free shit, man. So listen to our podcast. What? Just have to DM Yum Asia on Facebook. You don't have to tag a friend. You just DM them.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Let's get some free
Thank you,
rice.
I didn't even DM them, and then they sent me 10 kilos of rice for free. And I was like at the post office when I opened it, like I was an Asian lady opening my gate, and it's like 10 kilos of rice. Like, it didn't do well for Asian stereotypes. I'll say that, Yum Asia. I was very happy to get free rice, but it didn't do well for Asian stereotypes in Sweden.
Who told you to open it at the post office?
Because I was so curious what it was, because I didn't know that they sent me free
Open it in
rice.
private. My God. It's not Yum Asia's fault.
No.
They didn't put Asian people back. You put Asian people back.
But they sent me rice without telling me. What was I gonna do? I was like, did I order something I forgot about? Why is it 10 kilos? And then open 2 bags of rice.
Exactly
from
10
Asia.
kilos, too.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so funny.
So today, they want us to talk about one of their new products, which is this. I have it. It's a Fuji induction heating rice cooker. Look at how pretty it is. Look at this. It's like designed by Muji and stuff. It looks like very Muji-esque. It's not designed by Muji, but it's the Muji aesthetic. It's the Muji aesthetic. And listeners, for the audio people, you'll see, if you watch the video, you'll see we're recording this separately from the episode because I already bought 2 bento rice cookers to Sweden with me. I can't also bring this to Sweden.
No.
That'll be too much.
But also, currently, we're 2 Asians on a Zoom call, and one of them is holding up a rice cooker, showing the other Asian his new rice cooker.
It's really good, man.
Oh, it's so funny.
Oh, by the way, remember last week we plugged the bento cooker?
Yeah.
That so many people commented because they all felt it was so cute.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I went to their website today. Turns out it's not even on sale yet. They're only starting to sell it on 7th December.
Then why did we plug it?
I mean, that was what was agreed to by Yum Asia. You like, I'm trying to help your business here. Let us plug it. We love that you sponsor us, but let us plug the product after it's out on your website. That's how marketing works.
I guess they were trying to build up excitement for it, but I mean, 7th of, because that episode came out even before.
No, that
November.
was this week, 17th. It came out 2 days ago. On the 17th. It came on the 17th, right? The bento plug.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, that's not bad. I guess 2 weeks, but it is true. If you wanna buy it, you want to be able to buy it after you've listened to us, I guess.
Yeah. So guess when this new rice cooker is gonna be available? Guess when?
March 2020.
Well, not that far, but like 21st December. 21st December is gonna be. So if you like this, listeners, write it down somewhere on a Post-it note and then put it on your fridge.
Yeah.
Or set an alarm on your Google Calendar.
On your Google Calendar.
21st December. New Fuji induction heating rice cooker by Yum Asia is going on sale.
But then, you know what? Get one for everybody in your family. It's a great Christmas gift.
Well, it's only available 21st December. I don't think it's going to get there on time for Christmas. So.
They must do express delivery.
Yum Asia
do express delivery so that we can be the Asians who give other people rice cookers at Christmas. And use your discount code Uncle Roger to get 10% off all of the rice cookers you're going to give everybody for Christmas.
Yay!
Yay!
They also want us to say that they have a lot of Black Friday deals going on. So, yeah. The code won't work on the things that are already reduced on the Black Friday deals. But they will have Black Friday deals.
I expect that the Black Friday deals will be a better discount than our code would give.
Yeah, probably. If not, they're totally fucking up. They're totally fucking up. It wouldn't surprise me, It wouldn't surprise me if the Black Friday deal is like 5% off and then our code is like 10% off. Then you're like, why have the deal?
Why have the deal?
So, yes, listeners, this will come out end of December. Are you excited? But let's talk about this. I used this twice now. It's a 4-cup rice cooker, so a little bit bigger than my Zojirushi, which I also got from Yum Asia. It's just not a Yum Asia branded rice cooker. So this thing, it looks really modern. You've seen it. I'm going to show it to the camera. Look at how modern it looks. It's white and then
really
light
pretty.
brown. And
it has like a wooden panel on top.
Oh, and the wooden panel, I haven't plugged it in. I don't have it plugged in, but this lights up.
Oh.
The time is shown here. On the wooden paneling. But then if you unplug it, then it just looks like a wooden panel. But it's actually an LED panel underneath the wood. So it's really pretty. It's seriously so pretty. And let's be honest, I love my Zojirushi, but the design on it looks like it's from the 90s. Right? You've seen how it looks.
It's Japanese 90s,
It's stuck in the Japanese 90s. It looks like a Casio calculator. Right?
It does not.
Remember that one time where everybody had like the calculator watches?
Yeah, right? yeah.
That's what a Zojirushi reminds me of. It makes great rice, but it looks terrible. It looks very dated. And this thing makes rice as good, if not better. I didn't do a blind taste test, unfortunately, because I'm not that obsessed. Can you imagine?
Really? Uncle Roger is not obsessed about rice? Nigel is not rice obsessed?
Hey, yes, I am fine, but I just cooked it and I ate it from it, and it was delicious. So no complaints there. The cooking is totally great. They have the special umami is a Y, umami function, which I think does make a difference. It makes the rice taste a little bit sweeter, but
it does.
You need to cook with good rice. If you have shit rice from Tesco, the umami thing's not gonna save you. Okay, garbage in, garbage out.
Garbage in, garbage.
So if you have shit rice, this can still cook it, but don't expect it to work magic on the rice. You still need some good materials, you know?
Which is the Yum Asia Thai Mali rice.
Yes.
Is what it's called. Yes. Thai Mali rice.
Is it even on sale, Yum Asia? Is your rice on sale right now? Can I plug it? Can I tell people to buy it?
It's not on sale, but they'll give it away for free. If you DM them, even if you don't DM them, they'll just send it to you without telling you. And then you have to open it at the post office and then be that Asian lady. Oh gosh.
And I want to say this thing also comes with a steamer inside. It's a kitchen, but it comes with a steamer. But I want to highlight the rice bowl in here because it's made of ceramic. And it just feels so premium, you know? Yeah. You know what I thought when I looked at this ceramic bowl? Because, my Zojirushi is a metal bowl, right? Which is nice. It's a good weight. But once you go ceramic, you won't go back, man, you know? And when I took this bowl out, it reminded me of the Le Creuset my ex-wife took from me. So thank you, Yum Asia. Thank you. I found a replacement for my ex-wife's Le Creuset in the form of this rice cooker.
Yeah, okay, so we've actually gotten a few messages on our Discord where people want you to talk about your divorce, and I was like, no, I don't think that's okay because it's private, and it's also not just Nigel, it's also his wife. You know, we have to respect her privacy, but you keep bringing it up. You keep bringing it up. And it's like, it is fodder for comedy. Like, it really is. But it's also like, are you okay, Nigel?
She is okay with me bringing it up. I've actually, in February, I met up with her for dinner. And then I was like, I talk about you on stage. Is that okay? And she said, yeah. Yeah, she's okay. We talked about this. Give
her a fake name, though. Just give her a fake name.
It's too late now. Do you know how many episodes there are?
I think I've edited out her name in every.
Really?
Maybe
okay,
not.
Helen.
Yeah, I think so.
Her name is Helen. All right?
Auntie Helen.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
Thank you, Yum Asia.
Call her Helen.
This
Helen.
rice cooker that you gave me reminded me of the warmth and the good times we had. It reminds me that love fades, but you can always find a replacement. And the replacement is yumasia.co.uk and use Uncle Roger for 10% off.
You've gone from Le Creuset, the whitest brand, to Yum Asia rice cookers. It's very indicative of your life, actually, just becoming more and more Asian. You had your taste of the West, you had a bit of fun, but now you're back to the Asianness, which is good.
That's good.
Yeah. And also remember, people, when you're washing your rice, because it's a ceramic bowl, wash your rice in a different container before putting it into the ceramic bowl, because the rice corns can actually scratch it up.
Oh, shit.
So
okay.
That's a pro tip.
I already fucked up. Okay.
Did you wash it in there?
Yeah. Who has
Nigel.
time? Who has time to get a separate rice bowl for rice washing bowl?
If you cherish this as much as you say, get a plastic bowl to wash your rice in.
Yum Asia sells these bowls as spare parts too.
Yeah, that's
when you
true.
scratch it up, just buy a new one.
That's true.
Life is about wear and tear. You can't keep trying to keep everything new. That's a miserable life.
Actually, you know what? It'll be better for them if we do say wash it in the ceramic bowl.
Wash it in ceramic. Wash the rice cooker too. Throw it in the bath.
throw it in the bath. You can always get a new one with our code Uncle Roger for 10% off.
I would say this 4-cup one is a little too big for me because I live by myself. So I think if you live by yourself, you need to get a 3-cup one. They have a bamboo, a smaller one. It's a 3-cup rice cooker.
Bamboo,
yeah.
But I have the 8-cup.
Okay. So the bamboo, they have 3-cup and 8-cup. This one is great if you live as a couple, I think. Yeah. Or if you have housemates and, you have a sad life. But this can maybe make it a little bit better.
No, don't put your Yum Asia rice cooker out for your housemates. It's too good for them. They'll just break it. Just talking from experience. Because the rice cooker that I had out in my house was a Philips one, like a tiny Philips one that, you just put a lid on it and it's not even anything special and it's like a metal bowl and everything. That's the one that I had out and they still sort of ruined it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay.
So listeners, get all the rice cookers from Yum Asia. And then you get this Fuji one, this really nice big 4-cup one. And also get the bento one that we talked about last week. Look at this. This is my version. Look at how pretty it is. It's white.
It's so pretty.
It's light brown. And it works well. Plug in your lunch. That's the new slogan Yum Asia are going to use. They talked about it on the Discord. Plug in your lunch.
Plug in your lunch.
Yeah, plug in your lunch.
Yum Asia.
Yeah, who needs your parents? You don't need your parents' love anymore. Just bring this. So, look at this. Now they are both in my kitchen, and they are both quite pretty. Oh, look at this.
Look
at
really good.
How great. It looks like decoration,
It does, actually, yeah. That looks really cute.
When have you ever seen Asian cooking kitchen appliances that look good? Have you seen your parents' place? Have you seen Evelyn's parents' place?
Nigel! It's true, though. It's true. It's true because, in the old kind of rice cookers, they were, huge and they're, flowers on them.
Yeah.
And, have to open them like that. Yeah. These are, I honestly feel like Yum Asia's rice cookers are for our generation.
Yeah.
They're a kind of, new, modern, sleek version of the rice cooker.
They are.
And it's really cool.
Like Scandinavian design, but with an Asian soul.
Scandinavia.
Yes, just like Evelyn.
I am.
So, yeah. Go use our code. Go to yumasia.co.uk. Back to the show. I've learned a lot about Swedish people, I learned a lot about Swedish people.
What have you learned?
So that friend of mine, I don't know, you guys, sometimes I don't know, are you lazy or are you just Swedish?
Oh, come on.
You guys have such a relaxed work ethic here. Which is good and bad, of course. It's good and bad. Because she told me, my friend told me, oh, I was telling her about how busy I was editing the video and spending a lot of time on it and upload every Sunday. And she was like, and if you don't upload if you don't upload every Sunday, nothing happens. You know that, right? I'm like, oh, really? Oh, yeah, I never thought about that. Nothing happens. I let myself down, I let my fans down. But technically, she was right. Nothing happens.
It's so funny because I'm like, yeah. Have you never heard that before?
No.
Have you never?
You think in Asia people say that? You think an Asian mom in Asia tells you if you don't study, nothing happens, son. Shit happens. You get beat. You get beat. You get thrown out. You get disowned.
Yeah.
You live a consequence-free lifestyle in Sweden.
Well, that was what I was thinking yesterday when I was watching you guys speak because she is very much a Swedish person. You're very much an Asian person. And I was like, ooh, you have that hunger because literally in Asia, if you don't eat.
Yeah, you starve.
You starve. You need to have that hunger and drive in Asia to go somewhere because you know how bad it is and how bad it could get if you don't get out of it. But here in Sweden, it's
it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Yes,
but
okay.
It's if you don't work hard in Asia, it's definitely worse than if you don't work hard in the Western world.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You end up being one of those old ladies in Hong Kong that collects the cardboard and you have to go or walk around until you die.
Wow. That's so offensive.
No.
It's a good job. It's a decent job. Honest, paying job.
It's
and
not
hard
offensive.
Day's work.
I mean that it's terrible because you're old and you shouldn't be working. but you still have to because
retirement is a very Western concept. Yeah. My God. Just because you grew up here, you started thinking, oh, the old world is full of poverty.
No, but I know how hard you have to work.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But and then I saw her and I was like, oh, of course, like, because we're in Sweden, we've never wanted for anything. Like, even if things go super bad, even if you could not go to university. University is free, but you could choose to not go to university if you want. And you could get a job where you don't need like a university education. Like if you work at just like a regular blue collar job, like if you work at a supermarket, you still get paid pretty good. Like your minimum wage is still pretty good.
What's minimum wage here?
Well, I worked in a supermarket like 7 years ago or something. And minimum wage then was like, I think I got like 11 or 12 pounds an hour.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah, 11 or 12 pounds an hour, like 125 kroner or something.
Wow.
And then if you work like after 6 o'clock and on weekends, you get double the salary because
25 pounds an hour.
Yeah, because it's inconvenient working times.
Wow.
And then you get like extra stuff and blah blah blah. So you make a decent wage. Even working there. So, even if things go to crap here, you're still fine. You're fine. So we've never needed to have that hunger. And so that's why it's such a different type of lifestyle. And it's such a different type of view to life. And also it's like in Western world, maybe it's Scandinavia, as you pointed out yesterday, that gives us time for like stupid stuff like self-actualization or like internal,
Yoga.
investigations.
Yeah.
Therapy, yoga, eat, pray, love, like those types of things. And then we go to Asia and we're like, oh my God, you're so genuine here. You have nothing and you're so happy. And it's like, ugh. So it becomes like poverty fetishization almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it's true. You guys don't have the hunger. That's why if I ever have kids, I let your kids grow up in Asia. Let them develop that work ethic, that lack of being burnt outness, the impossibility of them, the mental toughness, so they never burn out. And then you transplant them to the Western world, and they crush it. They crush all the white kids because they're like, yeah, self-care, self-love. You're like, no, work. And then you just crush it. That's how we should live our lives, I think. You grow up in Asia, and then you move yourself to the West, and you crush it.
But it's also a difference because the thing is, you talk about your work all the time.
That's the only thing I have.
Exactly. But in Sweden, you don't talk about your work in that way. You don't talk about what you're doing unless people ask you. But you don't. It's not a topic of conversation that you have. So I think that's the difference as well, because you talk about it.
Yeah, what do you talk about in Sweden? What's the topic du jour?
Other things. Just literally anything else, Nigel. Anything else.
But that's my life. If you take away that, then in my life is just sleeping and eating.
But you could talk about things that's not you.
What is this new concept? What is this new concept of not me? Tell me more. Tell me more about this topic of conversation. It never crossed my mind to not talk about me.
No, you're being facetious now.
Yes, a little bit. Yeah. A little bit. But it's a topic that comes the most natural to me. Me. Right? Isn't it the same for you? What do you talk about? Politics?
Yeah, I'm tired of talking about myself. I think I went through that in my 20s. Then I was like, ooh, I need to become an interesting person.
But I'm so interesting. I'm more interesting than politics.
Oh my God. Literally, we haven't talked about this is the week of the election in America. I've been following it all week. We have not talked about it
because I don't care. It's gonna date this episode so hard and fast.
It's topical.
In a month's time, nobody cares anymore.
No, but there's something. I mean, it's something that there are things that the whole world pays attention to, and if you don't mention it, you know.
Yes, Biden won. So there's more chances of us moving to the US now. Yay!
That was literally what Nigel said. That was literally what Nigel said when I was like, "Oh, Biden won." He was like, "Yeah, that means we have a better chance of moving to the US now." And I was like, "Okay."
Duh.
Okay.
What do you think? What was the first thing you thought? We are all selfish people.
I thought, "Wow, Biden won. Amazing. Human rights are back on the table." We don't have to worry about maybe an impending nuclear war because the president of the United States said something that ticked off like either Kim Jong-un or like Iran.
I'm still in the Airbnb, people. I'm still in this Stockholm Airbnb, which is nice, but I realized nobody in Stockholm owns curtains.
They're lame.
You don't use curtains here. Why?
They're lame.
Why are they lame? Why is it a lame thing?
No, it's not that
Is
they
it
don't
cool
have
to have
curtains.
curtains?
I mean, I think it's because this is an old apartment, so she probably didn't want to drill into the walls of this apartment. And also the windows are really nice. So she didn't want to cover them probably.
Yeah, you can have curtains and still look at the windows, you know? You can just choose to not
and
draw
also,
the curtains.
she's a chiropractor, so if she had curtains and she's gonna
People
do
are
a treatment,
naked here.
Yeah, but it makes it even more. There's nobody looking in. She's just trees outside. But it's like it would be even more like suggestive or something. Like she's like, I'm just gonna draw the curtains and then get undressed.
If you go to a chiropractor, do you want to show the world that you're being, you know, your bones are being twisted?
But there's nobody watching, only trees.
I'm just saying, you have some curtains, it's fine, and it's too much echo in the room. And also, I know the owner of this house is a single woman because there are a lot of crystals all over the flat, you know. And when women remain single after a certain age, they always buy crystals.
Really? What?
It's true. You are 3 years away from buying crystals.
Oh,
Mark my words.
on.
Lonely women buy crystals eventually. That's my big statement for today. It's true.
Why do they buy crystals?
I don't know, because it replaces men for them. Because they look nice and the crystals won't leave them. It's comforting, you know.
Crystals are nice.
Single women always end up buying crystals. So though, if you have crystals in your house right now, I hope you find a companion one day.
Oh my God, Nigel!
You're gonna be that. You're getting there. I can sense
such
it.
A dick.
In a few years, everyone's gonna be like, Nigel, I discovered this new thing called crystals. You know, they give you so much good energy.
Yeah, let me buy one for your third wife.
What? I'm never getting married ever again. Okay? But you will be buying crystals soon. Mark my words, listeners.
Oh, come on. I'm not gonna buy crystals. I'm gonna be an older Asian woman, so I'm just gonna start drinking hot water. That's what I'm gonna do. Because that's what
piping boiling hot water when you go to
exactly.
restaurants.
It's so funny because that's what Asian ladies do when they get older. Like my mom just like all of a sudden she just tipped over. I think after my grandmother died, because my grandmother would always get hot water. So my grandmother passed away, and then now my mom's the one getting hot water. So I think it's just like there needs to be one older Asian lady at the table who gets hot water.
Yeah, maybe it's a menopause thing, you know?
Oh, but she was in the menopause for a long time ago.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, it's somebody in the family.
Yeah, just somebody
needs to
in
be
the
the
family.
hot water queen.
Exactly, it needs to be the hot water matriarch. And so when my
Yes.
grandmother passed away, it became my mom. And so like that's something Asian ladies do after just a certain age. They just want boiling hot water. And in Sweden, they don't understand that because my mom, we were at a restaurant and she asked for hot water. And then the waitress came with a cup and she's like, I poured some cold water in there just to make it like not too hot. And my mom immediately sent it back. She immediately sent it back. She was like, excuse me, please can you get me like boiling hot water? And I had to tell the waitress, I'm like, tea water, just get her tea water. Because that's how the Swedes understand it. They're like, oh, okay, tea water without the tea? I'm like, yeah.
That's how my friends ask for hot water.
Oh, yeah?
But yeah, you guys like tea without the tea bag.
Yeah. Tea without the tea bag.
But how's your mom drink that piping scalding water?
I don't know. Yeah, she doesn't even do that. She just...
How?
I don't know. It's something that Asian ladies do.
That's gonna be you one day.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
How did your shooting go? You're supposed to be in Stockholm filming stuff, right?
I was, yeah.
Okay.
I played a prostitute.
Yes.
It went well.
Career's an upswing, people. And people have the nerve. You play a prostitute.
Uh-huh.
And what was the role? What was the storyline behind it?
The storyline is that I'm a prostitute who likes to pay special attention to special occasions. So like to holidays and stuff. So I always wear like different costumes. And it was probably one of the funnest parts that I got to play. It was just a guest role in my friend's TV show. And it was because I got to wear like different outfits that were ludicrous. So I dressed up as an Easter bitch.
Easter bitch?
It's something that we have in Sweden. Every Easter, it's kind of like in Sweden celebrates Easter kind of like the world celebrates Halloween, which is that all the kids dress up as Easter witches. So they put on like a little hall on top of their head, cover their head, and then they draw like really big like rouge.
I've seen that.
I've seen that
in Europe. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then you go around to houses and you ask for candy.
Oh, yeah, my ex loves Easter. I'm like, what is this stupid holiday? He said, no, we celebrate it.
Yeah.
So like, okay, fine, sure. I accept your culture. So I get it now. It brings back memories of Easter. And it's so much chocolate in the flat.
Yeah, a lot of chocolate.
It's not good for you. Easter is a terrible holiday. You know?
Oh, God, you're such a weird...
Why can't there be a holiday based off going to the gym? A healthy holiday.
Like leg day?
Something like that, like Easter, but instead of candy, you have to like do crunches,
Oh my God, that sounds like the saddest.
How is that sad?
That's so sad. Like this week, we're all gonna focus on different parts of our bodies, okay? And who would be like the deity that they prayed to? The Rock?
Ripped Jesus.
Yeah, ripped Jesus.
It's not sad. That's how going to the gym is not sad.
No.
Yeah, you have this perverted thing of saying, yeah, today we should do it. Because you do that stupid stupid voice. Doesn't mean going to the gym is a sad activity. It's very good for you. You should try it one time. I know you think your excuse of like, oh, it's a pandemic times, I can't go to the gym right now. I know you think that excuse is airtight, but it's actually not. Everybody still hits the gym. So
I'm just saying that a holiday based on punishing yourself by going to the gym is not very apt. It's not very like nice, I think. Holidays are supposed to be about relaxing, not doing anything. And then you want a holiday where we have to do something?
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Just good luck with that.
Okay, so you dressed up as an Easter whore.
I dressed as an Easter whore. Exactly. An Easter whore.
Was that the name of the part? On IMDb, if you scroll down, will you see Easter whore, Evelyn Mock?
I'll see. It'll be Luna, yeah.
Luna.
Luna was the part. But it was like she had to dress up as a prostitute who observed the holiday.
If she observed the holiday, she would have taken that day off. Right? Why is she still working?
She's a prostitute. She needs to make money.
Yeah, but if she observes the holiday, she could plan around it, thinking, okay, I have Easter coming up, so I have a holiday. So let me work double shifts on Monday. So when Easter Thursday comes along, I can do my own thing.
Yeah, I'll give that as feedback for the people who wrote the script.
Big plot hole. There's a big plot hole.
Yeah, I'll give it as feedback.
Yeah, give it, please. Who wrote the script. Yeah, tell them.
And then just like
this guy who's never written a script before thinks that you have a major plot hole in your storyline. Okay.
So instead of having me in there, just have the character be like, oh, there was supposed to be a prostitute here, but she's not. So
she's off on holiday.
She's off on holiday. Exactly.
In Sweden, everybody goes on holiday all the time.
Yeah, they do actually.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, multiple holidays a year.
I know. Did the part go well?
It went well. Yeah, it was really funny. It was.
How do you play a prostitute? Give us a few lines. Do it live.
Well, I went up to them and I was like, "Hi, do you want to buy sex?" That was a genuine line.
Really?
Yeah. And then he says no. And I'm like, are you sure? And he's like, are you a prostitute? And I'm like, yeah.
Are you serious that these are the lines in the script?
These are the lines in the script.
That is it's really bad then. This script is so bad. Did you give feedback? I know it's your friend's production, but come on. It's so bad. Does she know it's bad? It's just supposed to be like so bad it's good type stuff.
Well, when I arrived on set, she was like, feel free to improvise. Feel free
to burn the script.
You don't need to keep to the script.
Improvise.
Just feel free to improvise.
Can I improvise by burning this whole book? Can I do that? Because this is clearly... Who wrote this? You can ask any sex worker. It's the same thing. BBC Good Food. You could have hired a Chinese chef. Same thing with this script. You write a sex worker. Go ask a sex worker. How do you solicit business?
Like that. Hi, do you want to buy sex?
Hi, do you want to buy sex? If you want to sell a t-shirt, you don't even say that even if you're selling a t-shirt. Hi, do you want to buy a
t-shirt?
Have you ever heard anyone say that to you?
How do you do it? You have to use reverse psychology. Hi, do you not want to buy sex?
How bad is this script? First of all, prostitution is illegal in a lot of the country. I think it's illegal in most parts of like Scandinavia,
everywhere,
right?
Yeah.
So nobody's gonna ask the question
illegal,
like this.
It's illegal to buy sex, but it's not illegal to sell it, is it? That's the loophole. But it's because they're like they want to arrest the people who buy it, but they don't want to demonize the women who sell it.
Okay. My point still stands. Nobody. If somebody says, "Hey, do you want to buy sex?"
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's a comedy show, so it's
okay.
So it's not a drama. Hi, do you want to buy sex? It's a comedy show. I was dressed like an Easter bitch.
So is the comedy supposed to be from how bad the script is?
It's
supposed to be a sitcom, right? Situational comedy, not like a parody of bad sitcom scripts. I don't know. It just... Okay, maybe it works. I don't know. I haven't seen the script and I haven't seen what you filmed. When it comes out, let me see it. Let me watch it with subtitles. And then we can see if it works or not. But to me, it's just like, wow, that is a terrible script. Wow. Anybody can be a scriptwriter now, apparently. Wow, okay. Okay. See, when a country is too good, people start chasing their dreams even though they suck at it. That's the flip side, isn't it?
It's a comedy script, so it's the comedy part was that this prostitute is a bad prostitute, but still like funny at it.
You should have given some context, so that it's all coming together now. All you said was I played a prostitute who likes the Easter holiday, but still decides to work on Easter.
From there, you can't tell that it's a comedy script. No. From there, you.
It's a fetish. Some people want to fuck the Easter bunny. What's wrong with that?
Exactly, and that was what she was playing. You think that this was like a serious biopic or something?
Yeah, I don't know. We never started with it's a comedy script. You just said I was in an acting role. And then you said, do you want to buy sex? That's all you said. You didn't say, oh, it's a comedy script and just trying to be funny. But I'm glad it went well for you.
It was really fun. But it was so funny because we were on set and it was me and then my friend who we know each other. And then and the other people were comedians, like the other actors. But then there was one guy who wasn't a comedian. There was one serious actor and you could tell because he was so serious. Like he was like, and like when I tried to improvise with him, he just couldn't do it. He just couldn't improvise. And then like because we're all comedians, so we were like joking with each other and haha. And then he was like, he came with a pitch for one of the scenes, and he was like, "Wouldn't it be funny if I just like kneed him in the face now?" Ha 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 ha. And we were like, "Yeah, no, that just sounds dangerous. That's not funny at all. Please don't do that." And we were like, oh my god, because it was just so funny because he was like this typical like really good looking very good actor, but it was like, oh, but you're an actor. Oh, okay, we get it. Like you don't try to brainstorm ideas. And then in one scene he was quite violent. Like he he hit my friend in the back of the head like really hard, and he was like, "Ow!" And then he grabbed another guy by the face, and that guy was like, "Ooh!" And like, but they were like, "Oh shit!" But then they went back into character because it was like we were recording at the time, and I was like, this is so funny because I don't know if it's like he's violent or if it's that he's such a serious actor that he's doing this like because he's such a good actor. It's so real.
Actors shouldn't brainstorm.
Yeah.
Actors should just not talk in any
not
conversation
talk.
ever.
Yeah.
They just act. If you live your life and you need your craft, and your craft involves reading lines other people wrote, then you have zero creative thought and you should just stop talking. That's what I think. Right?
Yep.
That's great though. And you got to work with real actors and stuff. That sounds fun.
You're so patronizing.
What?
Just saying something. This was something that came up yesterday too at the dinner. Like, what was it? Because me and your friend were talking, and after this like really long conversation, we're like, we look at Nigel, and then you just look at me, and you're like, yeah. She's really smart. Like saying it in a way as if I didn't know. Like, yeah, just so you know, she's really smart. And I was like, "Are you like?" I just couldn't stop laughing because it was so patronizing.
No, I want to compliment her. You're so smart.
And she was like, "Wow, that was patronizing." And we were both like, "What is this?" It was very funny.
She is smart though, right?
Yeah. But it was like you were saying that as if I didn't derive that from that conversation we just had.
Okay, fine.
Like as if I didn't just know that from talking to her.
You said, "Oh, you should try, we are talking, but you should try to butt in with conversation." And I butt in and you say I'm patronizing. There's no way for me to win.
We finished the conversation, looked at you, and then you were like,
"Oh shit, it's my time to talk now." Okay, fine. Oh, she's so smart.
She's really smart. I was like, what are you doing?
That's just how that's how conversations with me go.
Mm.
Yeah. I have someone who helps me post a little short clips on my Instagram now. Right? So the most recent one I posted was this video about how it was a podcast clip about how we were discussing does Uncle Roger perpetuate Asian stereotypes. Have you seen that clip? That little podcast, I think it got a lot of comments and stuff.
I've seen that clip. Yeah. I got a comment as well. I got a DM slide, and I was like, slide into Nigel's DMs. Don't need to talk to me about it.
Yeah, slide to my DMs. I won't ignore you anyway. So it's okay.
He'll ignore you.
Yeah.
There was this person who slid into my DMs and talked about that video. Mm-hmm. And that episode where we talked about Uncle Roger, and they talked about they thought that Uncle Roger was perpetuating stereotypes, but they also said that they also relayed this message by trying to lecture me about comedy. And first of all, don't.
Yeah. Don't lecture us. You've been doing this what? You've been doing 10 years. I've been doing this what? 9 years.
Yeah, but also the thing is, if they watch the video, we addressed all the points that they went through. Maybe not specifically what a stereotype is. Well, okay, this is what I personally believe when it comes to stereotypes. So stereotypes are basically innate behaviors and archetypes that you can find within a culture that then are kind of taken by a third party and ridiculed and demeaned to make that first culture feel bad about themselves. And then that instills like shame, and it becomes a way of oppressing and controlling a people and their self-image about themselves and how they feel about themselves. And I feel like that's what stereotypes are. That's my sort of layman's analysis and definition of it. And so I definitely felt that for a very long time growing up in the West, especially Sweden, because racism against Chinese people in Sweden, not addressed, and it's still kind of very blatant, even on television. But I, now, after doing this podcast and after working with Uncle Roger and on Uncle Roger and stuff, I'm choosing to not let that have any control over me anymore. I'm choosing to celebrate those archetypes that are within my culture and those behaviors that are within my culture, because that is much more empowering to me personally than to let myself be controlled and feel demeaned by them. Because first of all, it's not their decision, because it's my culture. And so it's my decision. And that's what I'm choosing. And also, I can't control what they're going to think. That's something that we have to learn. We can't control what other people think about us. And so as awful as it is, because it's frustrating because they have more power at the moment. But I think one of the ways that I've managed to make myself feel more powerful and kind of regain control is that I'm trying to reclaim all of these things and be proud of them rather than let them be a tool for other people to shame me with. And so that's my thoughts on stereotypes, and that's my response to this dude and other people who have had these thoughts. Now, then again, each to their own. I understand the pain because it is pain. But hopefully, if you want to see it this way or by offering this perspective, hopefully it could help. But that's sort of what I think about stereotypes.
That's good. I have an interview with Vice tomorrow, so I'm going to steal what you just said.
You're going to credit me.
You want me to credit you?
Credit me.
Okay. According to my esteemed podcast co-host, Evelyn Mock, stereotypes are innate behaviors and traits of a certain culture that got co-opted by a third culture in order to make them feel bad and coercive control. So don't talk to me about stereotypes. What do you know about stereotypes? It's a structure of the white gaze. It's a structure that emerges from the white gaze.
Yeah, but don't you agree? Or
yeah, I agree. That's why I'm rephrasing it in a nice, bitty way, nice, packageable way.
You wanted to say better. You wanted to say
no,
better.
No, I want to say a bit, I didn't want to say better. I just want to say it's like a bit.
Yeah.
You package it in nice, clean 2-line summary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Academic. It's a structure that emerges from the white gaze. It's a very academic sentence. It's a very academic sounding sentence.
That emerges from the white gaze. Well, it's a structure created within the white gaze, at least. Or you can't.
We're saying the same thing, aren't we?
Yeah, probably.
But it's a very good point, and I'm going to steal that point. That's what smart people do, right? We regurgitate points made by other people and add our own little inflection on it.
That's what smart people do.
Yeah, that's what smart people do. You process the points. You make it your own. You don't just, recite the points.
Yeah, you steal it. You steal it from other people.
You steal it, and then you
that's
add
what Woody
your own
Allen
take.
said,
Yeah, that's what artists do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what I think what was it he said?
Good artists borrow, great artists steal, something like that. Yeah. I don't know why we are taking advice from a pedophile. But I mean, he has a point. Pedos usually have a point, That's why they're all usually very successful people. Then they get found out they're pedos. Pedos usually they start off all good and stuff.
Just stop, Nigel. I thought we could have one episode without a mention of a pedophile, but here we go. But okay, so have you gotten a lot of engagement from that?
Yeah.
video?
Most of them positive.
Yeah. Have you gotten any that you were like, that's interesting?
I got one that was as far as interesting, but I think they're also completely missing the point of they're addressing something different. So I think one of them, there are obviously stuff that I thought was negative, but I thought was completely off, misses the point completely.
Okay.
But there was one that was they said, well, we are concerned with representation of Asians in Western mainstream media. If we go on TV, we want to show Asians because there are Asians who speak westernized. They're westernized Asian, right? So that they say, okay, we are fighting for being represented in Western media as just normal people who grew up in the UK, grew up in the US. And that is a true point.
Yeah.
But what Uncle Roger's doing is different.
Yeah.
One, I'm not going on. If say I go on Conan and I play Uncle Roger character, then yes, there's something there I need to think about more because I don't control the context in which it's delivered.
Yeah.
Then there's something I have to think about and make sure that I'm doing the responsible thing.
Yeah.
But Uncle Roger exists on his own channel.
Yeah.
And it's in his own world. And he's a fully fleshed out person. So yes, what they are fighting for is a separate thing from what Uncle Roger's doing.
Yeah, and also what Uncle Roger has nothing to do with that because what are they saying? They're saying, okay, just you go away so that we can take space.
Yeah,
that's like
what? Yeah,
what? I don't understand. Like
Uncle Roger's not an Asian from the West either.
Yeah. So. It's different. It's completely different. And I understand what they're saying as in they're like everybody thinks that Asians are just basically immigrant Asians. They're just Asians with accent, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, by saying that to you, it's like, hey, go away and let us be before you. And that's problematic because that's erasing you.
The most, even more problematic I got was like, you shouldn't do Uncle Roger because you live in the UK now and we don't talk like that. Like, whoa!
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's like you live in the UK now. You should not do the accent anymore. Like, whoa! Yeah.
Wow.
I've got that. I was like, and that person was Asian. So that is, if you don't see how problematic that is, that you have no hope. There's no rescuing you.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, don't be your culture because you live in the UK now. Imagine if a white person said that. Like, don't wear a turban. You live in the UK now. Imagine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's essentially what you're trying to say.
Wow.
So I get that too. But most of them have been very nice. And
you're so proud. You're like, I get that too.
Yeah, but it doesn't really, it doesn't really affect me. I just, okay, that's a dumb thing to say. I don't engage with them on social media anyway.
Yeah, you can't. I mean,
it never ends well. It just sucks up more of my time, and then I get busier, and then I hire more people to do shit for me. And then everybody's like, oh, Nigel's such a corporation.
No, that's not what That's not what I mean. I just meant you don't need to talk about yourself only. just find some other topics of conversation when you're out on a social event.
Well, okay. When I go out on dates with people, they seem to go okay, which leads me to think either I don't talk about myself that much. Well, I think I do. Or I talk about myself as much as you think I do, but I make it so engaging and entertaining. What is the reality here? What is the reality? Because those days, I see them again usually, and they like my company, and
I think you're an entertaining ego.
Yeah,
I think you are an entertaining.
So the
ego.
Second one. So I talk about myself as much as I think I do.
So yeah, because that's what she said yesterday.
Oh no.
She was like, I mean, I've never met a person like that because, we're Swedes and blah, blah, blah. And it's just so refreshing. He's just so upfront about it. I mean, he is narcissistic, but he's so upfront about it. And I was like, yeah, I can see why this is
fun for the first month.
Yeah, I can see why this is endearing for you. Try a year. And I'm not even begging you. That's why I can be this upfront with him. There's no consequence for me. Oh my God.
I would say you're getting more value than
I know.
the other
than
people.
Your dick. Than your dick. Half the Patreon. More value than Nigel's
My dick is not worth half the Patreon. My dick is maybe the lowest tier.
Oh my God, rice farmer. They're starving, Nigel.
Rice farmer dick.
They're starving.
I think that's a good place to end on, people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. See you next week.
Bye.